Hi, it's me, best fashion friend, your best fashionable friend. Today, wanted to make this, quick to the point. I wanted to talk about, spring summer 2025 Yuhan Wang's collection called Rose Fizz. Is honestly, when I initially saw it, my first thought was coquette. This is very coquette. The way, the symbolism of the ballet shoes, the symbolism of the lace. Now, lace is something that Yuhan Wang always does. Lace is something that Yuhan Wang always does, it seems. From consistent collections, it seems like she's very consistent with using lace. And I think I read her interview, she said, she likes to make weird feminine fashion that is inspired by Chinese culture mixed with westernization. Also, Yuhan Wang's collection, it's very, for me, it was something that was very striking when I initially saw it, because I feel like coquette was when it comes to fashion, I feel like the fashion collections that really innovate on something that is already existing or able to provide something new are the ones that are memorable. And taking coquette, like a fashion style that is very soft, very feminine, very almost vulnerable and fragile, and turning it and then combining masculine symbolism such as football, boxing. They had I would say there was a little bit of baseball with this one right here. There was a little bit of a baseball type of look. I thought there was a little bit of influence from 80s basketball shorts. That's what I also felt. But the biggest thing was there was a huge boxing influence and a huge football influence. There's these looks right here that really show the footballness, and there's these looks that really show the there's these looks right here that really showed the football influence, and there's these ones that show boxing. And you know, it's really interesting. When I look at this collection, I almost like realize that sometimes the little collections that just augment something, it makes it almost a breath of fresh air. I wanted to do, like, if I'm looking at the stats of this brand, if I put my scouter on and I look at it, I feel like price-wise, it's pretty acceptable. Usually Runway is incredibly expensive, but if I had to rank every price, starting at, I would say most clothing brands says not Temu. We don't do Temu around here. We don't do Uniqlo around here. We're talking about stuff that's at least small brand level or higher quality. The baseline, I would say, is 60 to 100 at the very lowest. When it comes to pants, when it comes to I think a t-shirt that's like $60 is a little bit high for that price range, but you get the point. A jacket, $60 to $100. That's the lowest level. Second level, that's like like 100 to 200. And we get to level 3, that's when we probably get to 300 to 500, 600 range. Past that, level 4 is when it's 1,000, close to 1,000 beyond. Yuhan Wang is definitely a 3. 3 for sure. It's just if you look at the prices, it's very much not super expensive, but I feel more okay paying for $500 for this compared to $500 for another brand, because it at least feels like they have a good design motif. It's very consistent. With Yuhan Wang, I've noticed they're very consistent with the fact that they use lace, they use softer fabrics, and they almost apply a male symbolism to it. I say male symbolism because these are jobs / sports that are male dominated. By no means do we not see female boxers, but we don't see females playing these other sports. It's just to say that these are, when it comes to entertainment and who mainly watches them and how they make money, it's mainly a male sport. So her previous collection was big on law and lawyers, and she drew some very early expressions of lawyers with the very high hat. Kind of remind me of like the George Washington? I don't even know. I'm not that good with history now. The overall creativity was a 3. I think a 3. A 3 for sure. 3 for sure because this is a brand that you love to death. This is a brand that you probably look at every single collection and be like, oh my god, she's performing, she's doing what she needs to do. But you're not gonna see something I think jaw-breaking is the wrong word. It's definitely impressive. I think the correct word is you're not gonna see something dramatically different from the last season. You're still gonna see the same lace manipulation. You're still gonna see the same thing. It's like she's a craftsman, and this is her forte. She fortes in soft fabric. She fortes in lace, and that's the main thing you expect from her. So that's why I say creativity a 3, because it's not a drastic jump from her previous collections, but I give it a 3 out of 4 because I feel it is a huge step in something that I found very interesting, using a pop culture trend and very much pushing it into basically the opposite direction through symbolism, not through general silhouettes, because I wouldn't say these are very much masculine silhouettes, even though they reference boxing, but we see female boxers wearing basically the same exact thing. It was more so the dramatic symbolism that very much says, this is, I'm strong despite me wearing this vulnerability. The cohesiveness of this collection was pretty good. I did struggle to understand some looks. Like when I looked at the poofy skirt, I still felt the ballet-ness, but fashion is up to interpretation. It's not always about being 100% correct in how you feel about it. It's about telling the story of how you feel about it. And I personally felt she still wanted to combine the elegance of ballerina that Coquette is very much known for, with the ballet flats and tutus. We can see that with the lace tutus, but we see a little bit more puffy skirts, and that was where I kind of struggled to understand, like, where is this supposed to mean? Of course, this is not me trying to say that the runway collection was uncohesive. I don't think every single piece on the runway has to be exactly the same, but by all means, it's a little crazy. I felt like it was I didn't understand it, and I was like, when I read other people's review of it felt like a little bit all over the place. It felt like I was like, did they not get the masculine symbolism here is very, very obvious with the shoulder pads. I love the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads was so cool. Even and then she did like a half shoulder pad. I thought that was also really, really cool. It was amazing to me. And you can see some of her graphics. She did a little bit of pins. I don't know if they're graphics or pins. It looks like she stitched patchworks. Kind of reminded me of Angel Blue. Angel Blue's coloring and how the patches look, it kind of reminded me of Harajuku era Angel Blue type patches / design motifs. And that was like what I really, really saw. Inspiration. The inspiration that I saw, I'm not labeling this as what I saw, but I felt like it very much reminded me of like Charlotte Rosalie from Black Clover, and dang, I forget her name. Don't matter, you're gonna see it. But it's the lady from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D? I think so. She had Black Girl's Dragon, and these two characters are both, the way the design is very soft, but they also have a very big masculine symbolism in part of them, being they're either physically strong or they may have armor on, like Charlotte has armor on. But when we look at Charlotte later on in the manga, we see her in a full ball gown dress with her new form, and that kind of reminded me of like how Yuhan Wang consistently shows us. She takes the softness, femininity that she plays with all the time and adds like a masculine flair to just mix it up. And I think that's something that we're seeing a lot too. Like with Martine Rose, we see that she will take feminine silhouettes or feminine designs and then try to shape the boundary of how far she can push it in masculinity and how much she wants the average man to wear. And I also love the fact that she used different models and body types. She used women that are a little bit more muscular, and that's something I rarely ever see. We see plus size models, we see skinny models, we see maybe some like normal models, like normal as in the sense that they're not super skinny and they're not like plus size. They're probably in the middle, and they kind of look like a mom that's like very well built. Like that's auntie bad as hell type thing. That type of body type. This body type, this is like a woman that goes to the gym. This is a woman that can break my bones. This is a woman that can like literally shatter me in 2 million pieces. yeah, we had some of those models today, and that was just very, very interesting, and it was very good that we have these models. And I almost loved the older model that she used. It felt so nice to see, because it felt like she was almost a coach. Like, she looked like a coach, because we automatically assume age equals wisdom. So that's why I automatically, when I saw her and the outfit that they placed on her, it gave like, oh, you know, boxing coach. And that was just so interesting to me, and that was like really amazing to see in the diversity in the models overall. Going forward, I can't wait to see her next collection. I think her next collection is going to be something that it would be interesting to see how she will try to push this barrier of femininity and softness to another level when it comes to combining masculine symbolism, or maybe even masculine silhouettes, to give us something new, to give us something presenting. Because I think the biggest thing when it comes to everyday fashion, I think everyday fashion is a lot about the accessories and a lot about the styling rather than the individual pieces. Individual pieces make everything, and I think when it comes to male fashion especially, it's the individual pieces that they look for. Really nice pants, really loud shirt, instead of like combining a bunch of like little stuff to create something weird. Like, whenever I try to wear men's clothing, I get a little bit revolted. Like, sometimes, like, dang, I wish I could just wear a bust down skirt. But it's like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. So it's like, it feels like a little bit hard to stand out when it's like, we all wear pants, like we all wear shorts, we all do the same thing. Like, I need capris. Like, I'm broke. Okay, donate to me. Give me some capris. Give me some short skirts. I need a plaid skirt. Okay, I need that. I want that. I need that. So overall, I think going forward, I really just want to see what she does next, and I think it's very exciting to know. For my next video, I don't really know. I was thinking about putting more memes. I don't know what you guys are gonna be open to, but I think the same thing. I've been saying it for everything. You just gotta shut the fuck up and keep posting. You gotta keep posting. You gotta stop complaining and keep doing it. If you don't like the gym, you gotta keep going until you have enough data to be able to reflect overall. So, thank you for watching. Something quick, something short. Just not quick.